Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Blue Badge Crypto, bringing you another Bitcoin and market update. But listen, if you're not already on the Twitter, get over there at Blue Badge Crypto. That's where you're going to get the most time-sensitive alerts on trends, trading, and analysis in the market. Let's dive into Bitcoin, guys. We're here on the 1 hour chart. If you've been following the updates, you've been following Twitter, you know what we're looking at here. If you're new to the updates, we can backtrack just a little bit here, where we've been tracking this sideways price action, where we've essentially been stuck between our yellow line and some support levels here at the top line of our channel, and kind of just been doing this sideways ranging price action for the past 5 days. We did have this one pump and dump here, but even going back, here to the 4th, we've essentially just been doing this sideways price action. And then last night I updated y'all on Twitter when we were tracking those EMAs here, and I'll pull those back up for you guys, where I gave this update on Twitter where we're finally getting these EMA crossovers here on this 1 hour chart that could kind of show that we could have that further push to the upside, which did prove fruitful here, where price was getting, finally getting back above this 200 EMA in that dark blue, that top line right there. Do y'all see that? And this 20 in yellow, that 20 EMA was crossing above that 100-day or that 100 EMA in green right there. And that's where I was letting y'all know that this could finally be the time that we actually get that push up higher here. And we did do that. Unfortunately, it fully retraced back down to the same exact support level. And now we've gotten another push up here. And now we've run into that, again, the red line here at 40765, guys, as our resistance point, okay? So while Bitcoin is doing that, we go and look over at total crypto market cap here, guys. And you can see how we are now breaking out of that pattern once again. And if you remember, I had this, this marked as a green area. I deleted it so you could see, but if I zoom out, remember I gave you all these areas on Twitter, right, where, we could either utilize this small triangular area right here and break high or break low, fall back down into these lower levels down here, or totally lose support and go into that red zone. But if we zoom back in here, guys, you can see how total crypto market cap had this nice spike out of this higher time frame trend line out of our downtrend. If I zoom out for y'all right quick, y'all can see how this has been our downtrend going back to November here, guys. Okay, so this has constantly acted as resistance as we've been in this downtrend going back to November. So if you go back here and we zoom in, guys, we can see where that initial push brought us all the way back through this line. Looked really great, busting through this green box, trying to get through resistance here. Obviously had that full retrace, fell back down to our support level, guys, and are now back above that downtrend, that higher time frame trend line here, trying to hold that level of support. Do y'all see that right here in all these hourly candles? But now what we're running into is that green box once again, okay? So we're running into the green box as resistance, holding this higher time frame trend line as support, and now kind of figuring out what we're going to do here, all the while Bitcoin is stuck under that red line. So that red line you can see is acting in confluence with that green box on total crypto market cap. Do y'all see that, guys? So that's what we're looking at there. I do want to pull up the weekly chart on Bitcoin, okay? Let's pull up those EMAs. Let's get out of our drawings here, go out to our 1 week chart. And I want to show y'all this. Y'all remember we've been tracking this, where these EMAs right here are very close to crossing right here, guys. They're on the verge of crossing right here. Y'all see that? If we really zoom in here, you can see how close we are to crossing right there. And if y'all remember, we've been comparing that, particular price action to this area back here in 2018. Again, not saying this exactly will happen or it even has to happen at all, but it's just drawing a pretty clear comparison here, where price action has fallen down, found support off the 100 EMA right here in green, and constantly found resistance off that top level of that 20 EMA right here. And right before they crossed over back here in 2018, we had one last push up here to that weekly 20 EMA and that 50 EMA right there for one last push before eventual dump back down. Some more sideways action here under that 20 EMA before an eventual capitulation right here. And again, guys, not saying that will happen, but should it have any semblance of that in this current situation, that would mean we could potentially pump all the way back up to about, 43, maybe 44 here, kind of right between that 43, 44 area before an eventual, dump back down and more sideways, potentially riding off of that 100 EMA right there, guys. Y'all see that? So if we go back to our hourly chart here on Bitcoin and we get rid of our drawings here, we pull up, here we go. So let's go back and look and see what that would look like here. So if we pull back up our hourly chart, if we were to get back to that point here, guys, it would look like coming back up here to our range bound price action. So I'll have to get all these levels back over here for y'all. But it would mean coming back up here into this range bound price action again and testing all of these levels right here. And another piece of information that could be in confluence with that is that we could have a technical target off this pattern here where we take our local low here, back up to our high, and down to our low again, guys. And that could give us a potential target here off this move should this low right here prove as a low. So if we don't come back lower than this low right here, this one move on this lower time frame could have a potential target of $43,000, guys, even potentially all the way up to 46,000. And again, that's just in confluence with what we just looked at on that weekly chart on those weekly EMAs where Bitcoin could push back into that 43, 44,000 range. That's right in line with what this lower time frame move is potentially saying. Should we be able to get above resistance here at that red line and total crypto market cap, guys, breaks above that level here, holds that higher time frame trend line, breaks above that green box, and potentially come and test these higher levels over here as resistance, guys. So that's what we're looking in the market right now. Total crypto market cap's trying to hold support. Bitcoin's trying to get above resistance, guys, at that red line. Should we be able to, we could potentially see further upside into that previous range bound price action in these ranging levels, guys. So that's what we're looking at in the market right now. If you found the video helpful today, please throw a like down, throw a comment if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, guys.